Hello, this is Eric Carver from ATEC, Advanced Agricultural Technologies, reminding you to remember, it all started with a sperm. Today, I am going to introduce you to the QwikCheck Gold Bowl Automated Semen Analyzer. This compact and powerful tool quickly measures sperm concentration, motility, progression, morphology, and more in under 45 seconds. It is field ready and built tough for bovine veterinarians performing breeding soundness evaluations, small bull studs, and anyone else interested in accurate and objective bovine semen evaluation. To power up the system, plug in the supplied power cord. We strongly recommend using a surge protector. Turn the system on from the rear panel and from the front keypad and allow approximately 5 minutes for a one-time auto-calibration and self-test. No calibration is ever required by the operator. The system will then indicate the number of I-button tests remaining and advance you to the main menu. We will return to system operation in a moment. Now, let's take a look at the supplies necessary to run the QwikCheck Gold. Dilution cups are used to preheat the diluent and mix the sample for testing. Testing capillaries are for running the sample, an I-button card to load your tests into the system, and a cleaning kit for daily cleaning. Testing fresh and frozen samples requires a fixed dilution. Bottles of dilution media for both sample types are included in the test kit. To test a sample, a testing capillary needs to be filled with preheated and diluted semen. There are 3 primary sections. The syringe and plunger section consists of a standard syringe which is drawn back to aspirate the sample into the capillary. The blue stopper valve is pushed down to seal in the sample and prepare it for testing. Separate concentration and motility chambers provide the greatest possible accuracy. Lastly, the ATEC capillary jig is used to reposition the blue stopper after capillary washing. Loading the testing capillary is the most important part of running a semen sample. Follow these directions. Insert the capillary into the sample. Slowly pull back on the plunger to fill the testing chamber. The chambers are filled when the sample is seen just past the blue stopper. Using a Kim wipe, wipe away excess sample from the capillary tip using a gentle pinching motion. Press in the blue stopper and check closely for bubbles in both the large chamber and the tip of the testing capillary. As you learn to load the testing capillary, you must pay close attention to the following. There cannot be any bubbles present in the large square concentration chamber or the thin front motility chamber. When you wipe the capillary tip clean, wipe away from the opening to avoid wicking the sample out of the testing chamber. Your QwikCheck Gold system comes with an onboard heating dock used to ready your testing supplies. Load the testing capillaries one at a time, with the blue stoppers facing forward. If loaded backwards, they will not reach proper temperature, and the sample may be cold shocked upon aspiration. Now place your dilution cups into the heating dock, and prepare to fill them with your sample diluent. Fresh samples require a fixed dilution rate of 2 ml diluent and 100 microliters of sample. Frozen samples require 500 microliters of diluent and 200 microliters of sample. Allow your testing supplies to warm 4 minutes before use. For high-volume facilities, we also offer an external heating dock that can hold 18 samples worth of supplies. Now we get to the fun part, running a sample. From the main menu, select Test a new sample. Then enter your bowl information. You have the option to enter a herd code, breed code, bowl ID number, semen volume, and a sample number. Only the bowl ID is mandatory. The system will go through a quick stabilization before each sample and beep at you when it is ready to analyze. During this time, go ahead and make your dilution. In this example, the cup outside the heating dock represents the semen sample. Of course, in practice, you will probably pull the sample straight from the semen collection bag. Mixing is absolutely essential every step of the way. Mix the raw sample before taking your 100 microliters. Mix the dilution cup after you have added your sample to it, and mix right before aspirating the sample into the capillary. This will ensure the most accurate result possible. With your sample mixed, loaded, sealed, and wiped, simply insert it into the system and testing will begin automatically. After the fast 45-second testing cycle, your results are displayed. They include concentration, motility, progressive motility, normal morphology, velocity, and more. In total, it's 10 clinical parameters. From there, the sample can be printed to an optional label printer. This allows you to keep it for future use. Now let's take a look at the QwikCheck Gold archive. Scroll down from the main menu and hit the Enter key for access. You can search the system for past tests based on bowl ID, the date of the test, or by looking through all the records. You also have the option to clear the archive as necessary. When you purchase a QwikCheck Gold test kit, you will receive an iButton test card which needs to be scanned into the analyzer. Scroll down to Load iButton Tests and hit Enter. The screen will prompt you to hold the iButton card against the iButton port and hit the Enter key. Simple as that. Your tests are now loaded into the system and you are ready for action. The QwikCheck Gold service menu consists of 3 sections. The service data screen contains key system parameters that will assist your ATech rep with troubleshooting should the need arise. The default settings section allows you to set the time, date, and label printing options. In newer versions of the system, the default settings section will also include the option to switch between fresh and frozen samples. Lastly, you have a service personnel section, which is password protected and used by ATech wizards only. At the end of any day you run semen samples on the machine, it needs to be cleaned. To do so, open your cleaning solution and apply a few drops to the blue dot fibrous cleaning capillary. A standard transfer pipette makes this part of the process simple. Then, insert the cleaning capillary into the instrument as you would a standard testing capillary. Give it a few thorough strokes reaching all the way in, then flip the cleaning capillary and repeat. To dry the testing chamber after cleaning, insert the spongy drying capillary into the chamber. Give it a few solid strokes as well. Lastly, use the long wooden brush to reach into the chamber and wipe off the small ledge at the top back of the chamber. The bristles should face down and you should pull gently forward as demonstrated. The QwikCheck Gold Bowl testing capillaries and supplies can be used up to 10 times. Follow this cleaning procedure to ensure a proper wash. Start by using the supplied capillary jig to push the stopper back up, then plunge the sample out of the capillary and begin the wash. Cup 1 should contain distilled water. Aspirate and plunge into a neutral container 3 times. Then, repeat this process in cup 2. It should also contain distilled water. Lastly, repeat the same steps in a third cup containing 95% isopropyl alcohol. pull the syringe part way out of the cuvette section and allow to dry 24 to 48 hours. If done correctly, no residue will remain in the testing capillary after the procedure. This concludes our demonstration of the QwikCheck Gold Bowl Automated Semen Analyzer. For more information, please visit our website at www.a-tech-global.com. And remember, it all started with a sperm.